No. Sorry.
Oh, y'all see.
Right to the hospital when she went into labor. As he left in the car, he turned right out of the driveway, but he had to go right back to the house because he left Mrs. Wright at home. As soon as he turned into the driveway, he went right inside and right up the stairs where he found Mrs. Wright sitting right beside her overnight bag. Finally, they both got in the car on the left side as the right side door wouldn't open. Mr. and Mrs. Wright again left for the hospital, turning right out of the driveway. An argument occurred when the right turn, about the right turn, as Mrs. Wright and Mr. Wright should have turned left. Mr. Wright kept insisting that he was absolutely right, but Mrs. Wright kept insisting that the hospital entrance was on the left. 2 blocks away, after another left turn, they discovered they had left Mrs. Wright's overnight bag at home. So they made a left turn, then a right to go back home where they had left the bag. As they turned right onto their street, Mrs. Wright said, "Let's go right to the hospital and send someone else right to the house for the fact that we had left the bag on the couch." They went left at the next block, then turned right. Finally, at the hospital, Mr. Wright pulled up to the front where he left his wife to go right in. Inside the hospital, they wheeled Mrs. Wright away. "Where's my wife? I only left her for a minute," exclaimed Mr. Wright. A nurse rushed him right down the hall. Then they made a left turn, then a right turn, then a left turn again. Mr. Wright found Mrs. Wright already in delivery. He then realized that he had left the video camera in the car. Right away, he ran out of the room and right back to the car. Not only had he left the camera, but he had left the lights on too. Mr. Wright wasted no time. He ran right back to the wife's room. As Mr. Wright walked, he heard crying from his wife because he had left her and he was nowhere in sight. I'm sure you can guess what happened next. Mrs. Wright had the baby. Mr. Wright passed out on the floor. When he came back, he was in even more shock. For there he saw Mrs. Wright embracing his new bundles of joy with 2 babies on her left and 1 baby on her right. Mrs. Wright turned to her husband and said, there's one left thing to do. I think we should name these Wright babies. How about you?"
Oh, the baby won.
Why everybody saying this?